Şeyi şöyle ilerletebiliyoruz değil mi? Good afternoon. It's a pleasure being here today. Actually, it's also a privilege because I did not know that I can transform pain into power. But today I understand that I did so. I did it successfully because I'm here with you today. And it was my dream, actually, I think 4 or 5 years ago, to be on the stage, to tell anyone, to tell everyone that the normal things we do in life are very valuable, and even breathing, swallowing, walking, talking, these are normal things in life, but we did not know when we lose the ability to do one of them. But I experienced it with my family, and today I want to tell you about my life story. You see, my family, we were a normal family, actually. I have a brother, and my mother is my role model, and I will tell you in the coming minutes that she was diagnosed with MS, and she studied engineering, civil engineering in the Middle East Technical University in 1970s, and this was hard for a woman, actually, and she worked 35 years without having that disease, multiple sclerosis, and she was my role model. I lost her in 2015, but she's always a role model to me. Actually, I'm working with the team that is managing the improving the living standards of the most vulnerable refugees through basic needs support since 2019. This is a project for the refugees in Turkey, and I know that you are also coming from foreign countries, and I have to say that this is not easy, but I congratulate you for being here, for taking that step to come to Turkey and being here. I know it's hard because I also come from a refugee family. My family moved from Bulgaria, and now it's my payback for working in this project since 3 years, and I'm so proud of it, actually. I want to show you some photos from the activities in this project, because we help about 3 million refugees by making this support for their basic needs like food, rent, and their groceries. They're having these basic needs and continuing their life with that basic needs. And this is so important because, you know, in the pandemic period, it was also hard for us to stay alive. And it was also very hard for the refugees to continue their life. And this helped them a lot. So every day of my life, I'm so proud of working in that project. And we have a team and we have a great team And with that team, we are, this is of course not just one person success, but as a team, we are really successful. We are also executing 2 more projects. One is the emergency social safety net, again for refugees, and one more project as conditional cash for transfer of education for the refugee children, because you know they have left their countries and they cannot go to school in their countries, so they're continuing their school life in Turkey. As I said, my story starts with the diagnosis of my 2 relatives, my mother and my brother. They are diagnosed with MS, multiple sclerosis, and this is a disease of central nervous system, and it affects the ability of walking, talking, sometimes swallowing, sometimes breathing, and it's really hard to get that diagnosed with them, because you are also diagnosed in that family, and I was the one who could take care of them. I have to learn the medicines, I have to find the doctors, I have to find some solutions, some maybe that cure. And it was not, it was so close time that my father also diagnosed with a rare disease called myasthenia gravis. And this is a fatigue for the muscles. And this is also affecting the breathing and swallowing and talking and the muscles of the muscles of arms and face. He cannot move, he cannot talk, he cannot eat even, he cannot drink, he could not drink his water. And after that, also my brother was diagnosed with MS. And that's when the story starts in 2008. Actually, I had a lot of hard times, and it was really being one person. It was really hard being the caretaker of them, the caregiver of them. And I had to stand straight. I had to work also, and but I did so. And I also founded the Ankara Multiple Sclerosis Association with my friends in that period. And after I lost my family members, my mother and my father, and I had to find some ways to make it corporately, and that's when I founded Ankara Multiple Sclerosis Association. We are performing volunteer studies for raising awareness, spreading accurate information to the community. As you see, this was a commission in the Turkish parliament, and this was the first time that the commission was founded, including MS. And that's why that happened because we have formed a public opinion, and we have made a lot of projects for psychological support, for giving information to the society, and we have also made psychodroma studies, and we have a YouTube platform which was also which we also made in the pandemic period. I also work for disabled rights and rights defending for the people who have this disease and for their families, of course. I want to show you some activities in our association. We have attended to radio programs. We have attended programs with central communities, and we are in the disabled actions. We have made a project with the European Union for our website, and which is called Sivil Düşün, and this is a European Union project which we won in 2018. I have gave some trainings to the drivers for EGO in Ankara, and we have made awareness actions also with the central communities. This is one of the news that I changed my struggle to a NGO, and it was, like I said, it was really hard for thinking, because I was also thinking about my family for their cure and for their getting better, but I also could find this NGO for them to work after them, because I was their daughter, and I had to stand straight for them. And this situation is actually merely seen in the medicine literature, because three of my relatives were diagnosed with this rare chronic diseases, and this is really a different kind of thing, actually. And of course, I could not accept. I get depressed, but I have to go on life, because what I learned is the road is always under construction. I have to tell to anyone that you can stumble, you can fall, but you can get back up again. And no matter what you face in your life and how bad it's going to be, and when there's a challenge, you have to start walking, start acting. You have to get that step. And these are from my social responsibility actions as the chairwoman of that NGO. We have some photographs in the pandemic period. These are the photographs taken by the MS patients, and uh, this was a project named MS'in Vizörü, and one of our MS patients has made this project and presented us, and we have made this project together with them. These are the photos taken from our radio programs with my dear friend who she's here, and she's also a MS survivor. We always try to tell the community that we have to, they have to be patient and understanding for the patients, because we are all living in the same community, in the same society, and we have to understand each other and live in peace. So these are some news that a new disease is found for the MS disease. We have more radio programs. And in May, we have an awareness day for World Multiple Sclerosis Day. We will be active again in this May. And you can also follow us from our social accounts in Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram. And we will make some activities like these again. And I also support other NGOs like Turkish Muscle Disorders Association, because, as I said, my father was diagnosed with myasthenia gravis, and this is a fatigue of muscles. And that's why I met the NGOs. Actually, these NGOs helped me a lot in my struggle, because I could not have a solution. I could find the solution. I could find the support with them. So I also help them now, and being in this 100 Golden People project. And I also made some radio programs with them for that support. They supported me, and now I support them. And I also supported with their running activity. I want to also tell you some other activities of myself. This is the book 20 of the Nar Mektep Association, and I have written my story. One of the stories, The Hidden Beauty, is in that book. And this also changed my life, because I made a lot of students. I helped them in their career road. And I give some trainings in the Nar Mektep Association, which also owns this book. And it really changed my life, because when I got that proposal, I did not know that it would be so valuable for me. And I'll show you a photo afterwards how it changed my life. I also opened 3 libraries in the name of my mother and father. 2 are in Mardin and 1 is in Ankara. And this is the reward they presented me. And this is also very valuable for me in my life, because I can help students in their education. And this was actually just before the brain surgery I had 3 years ago. I would tell you in the coming minutes, but I have to explain this now. This was just before my brain surgery. In the end of 2018, um, uh, one day I fell down and they took me to the hospital, and I learned that I have a brain tumor and I have to get the surgery. Actually, if it would be 3 or 4 months later, I wouldn't be here talking to you, making that speech. And this is very precious also being here today. I want to emphasize it. So I opened that library for my father and mother in Pursaklar, one of the state schools. This was the photo from Mardin, Mardin Ömürlü Primary School. I also opened, I could not be there because I was getting this surgery then. And my friends brought me the reward. And I opened two libraries in Mardin. And I got my reward afterwards, after the surgery. I also support the food bank of Nar Mektep Association. And last year we saved like 1 billion worth food from throwing, because it will not be used, but we save food and distribute them, and it was worth 1 billion Turkish lira for last year. And like I said, I give trainings to the students who are making their undergraduate studies or finished, and I'm giving them the training for CV preparation and interview methods. So because I remember my days in the university, and it was in the 90s actually, and I could not get that support then, but I have to. I want to give this to the students as a mentor and coach to help building their career life. And this was one of my donations again last year. I did not know that these diseases would bring me here to this meaningful life. And I saw that today it's really full of volunteer studies, and I could understand that now I transformed pain into something else, and it's really it can really make you happy also to work in these volunteer studies. And I suggest you to do that, because it's it will really make your life meaningful. And the Nar Mektep Association thankfully gave me that certificate for helping the students. Of course, these are just some showings, but the feelings I feel are really beyond that, beyond words. Maybe I could not show you every feeling I feel today, but in the last 15 years of my life, I learned the meaning of life, and I learned that your life purpose may be different, maybe really different than you can imagine. So these are my students, and I'll show you the book 20, and one of the philanthropists who read this book and donated this car to the NAR Makeup Association for saving more food. So it's more than a book. It's more than we can imagine, because we did not know by writing this book we could have that car, we could save more food for more vulnerable ones. So this is also one of my happinesses in my life, and this is very meaningful to me. This is also after my after the surgery for my networking studies with Ertuğrul Belen, and I really want to. I really want to get networking in my life, and I suggest you to do so because more than taking, I thought of giving, because when I give, it turns back to me. These are more personal photographs of me, and there again, after the surgery, I started sports. This is just 3 months after the surgery. Yes, in that moment, actually, it was really hard to stand up and walk and talk, but it's really nice being here today and talking to you and giving this speech. It was really my dream, and today I understand that I made a lot, and that's why I can be here. Thank you very much for listening to me.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Boysan, for this inspiring speech. Now I would like to invite the Dean of our faculty, Professor Dr. Mustafa Polat, and Boğaç Hoca to the stage to present a gift to our guests.